Let's take our ideas with PuppetMaster a little further. Most preparation for PuppetMaster is done inside the modeler, and we're inside Wings 3D. Let's go to File and Open. Inside our Objects folder in the PuppetMaster folder, there's an object called PlantMonster.Wings. Double-click that. Our plant monster has several other objects that make up its body, which we're not going to use right now. So just hide everything except the head, which we're breaking apart for PuppetMaster. Navigating in Wings is fairly easy. I have it set up like Maya, where you hold down the Alt key and left mouse rotates, middle mouse pans, and right mouse zooms in and out. Highlight the object while you're in object mode, tap the A key and you can center your selection in the screen. First thing we need to do is duplicate this model, which we will use as a PuppetMaster control. Just go to the geometry graph, right click and duplicate. Now we know that our object is sitting right on top of our model. This way we know that our object sits exactly on top of itself. Let's hide our face and we'll work on the face copy. You can do this in any modeler as long as you make sure that every control point is accounted for. We need to break this up into several different objects. We'll start by selecting all of the border edges to our objects we're going to break up. In this case, we'll start with the border edge surrounding the lips. This is going to be a lip sync character, so we want to make sure we have enough segments on this character to animate realistically. We're going to go inside the mouth, up around the inside border, and back around. So if we execute what's known as a loop cut, we wind up having a model on top that contains the lips and a model on the bottom that contains the lower lips. So separating the model is pretty much the longest part you have to deal with inside Wings. If you're in any other program, you'd be creating cluster groups, which is doing pretty much the same thing in your program special format. Now that the borders are selected, we'll start breaking these up into different chunks as well. The upper lip is made up of 5 different parts. We're going to split these parts out so that we have 5 separate areas on the upper lip to control lip movement. Five just seems to be the magic number for a good amount of control on lip sync. If you accidentally select the wrong edge, just click on it again to deselect it. So run around the model and make sure that you have separated or highlighted all of your border edges that you're going to be cutting apart. If you ever get lost on your rotate pivot, tap the A key again and it'll center the current selection. So double check your work, make sure that all of the edges on the upper lip are surrounded, and get to work on the lower lip. The lower lip is the same as the upper lip. It has 5 separate joints so that we can make a really good set of mouth shapes. Just make sure to spin around. I missed a spot here. And make sure that all of your lower lip is connected. Let's right click, select loop cut. When you pass your mouse over after a loop cut, you can see that Wings has broken apart every border edge into its own separate object. Spacebar to deselect all of that. And we need to hide everything so we can continue our loop cutting. The top part of the face, where we started, is still visible. Switch back to edge mode and we'll select all of the edges around the tongue and the jawline. Select the jawline here and just move back to this crease. We'll just zip around Select all the border edges over to the other side of the jaw. And go right around the back. If you have a hard time seeing, just zoom in a little more and let the clipping plane do its job. Alright, execute this loop cut. Then we'll have a tongue and a jaw. Let's go to File, and we're going to save as PuppetMaster2 .wings. Just to make an extra step for ourselves, let's make sure that we have all of these named in English names so we can tell what they are when we start exporting. Just highlight Face Copy 6. That looks like it's going to be named PM for Puppet Master Head. Deselect that, select the next one. This one is not hidden, so make sure to turn on all of the eyeball icons. Now highlight Face Cut 7, which looks to be, rename PM underscore lip corner L for left. Rename the next one PM underscore lip lower corner L. Rename the next one PM underscore lip L. Rename PM underscore lip. That's the center lip. You can also pick the selection inside the window and see where it pops up on the geometry graph. Rename this one PM underscore lip R. PM underscore lip corner R. Select the next one, rename PM underscore lip lower corner R. Next one, PM underscore lip lower L. Rename PM underscore lip lower R. PM underscore lip lower. PM underscore tongue. And then the last one that's not named, PM underscore jaw. So now we have everything set in place with its own name. It's going to save that. And then we'll start at the top at PM underscore head. We can go to File and Export Selected. I'm going to export as a wavefront OBJ. You'll see inside of the Objects folder that we opened up our model in, there's another folder called PlantFace underscore PuppetMaster. This is strictly for organizational purposes, so we can separate our PuppetMaster objects from the rest of the model. So just go inside there and name this the same name as the geometry graph. In this case, it's PM underscore lip R. So repeat ad absurdum. So now everything should be exported. Go to File. I'm just going to save that.